So we're in the Crown Post Office in Darlington, right in the centre.
How often do you get into stores like this?
Probably once a month if I can.
How important is it, do you think, to come into the shop floor? Because clearly, you know, you've got lots of other big picture things to do.
Because you find out things. It's just the little thing. You know, retail is detail. I don't know whoever it was that said that, but it is that. And you come to places like this and you find out the little things that make the operation much more efficient.
You've been here a couple of hours now. What have you been picking up from the people you've been chatting to here?
Oh, plenty. I mean, one really good small point, but so important, is on the post and go machine. You only go on the screens. You get to the end of the screen and it says add to basket. What that does then is it takes you right back through the screens, which is clearly not the right way for it to be done. It just needs to be on checkout. So what I've learned, I mean, that's a tiny detail, isn't it? But we need to get one of the screens reformatted. Hi there. Customers just asked me about posting days.
What type of reaction do you get when you arrive? Because obviously you're the big boss and the staff here probably wouldn't see you that often. Do they get intimidated by you, or are they telling you how it is? Or?
No, this is the post office. I get treated the same as everybody else and they tell me how it is. I mean, yes, of course they know the chief executive's turned up, you know, and they make me a cup of tea because they probably don't necessarily do that for everybody. Yeah. So how was Belfast last week?
It was really good, actually really busy on the Monday.
What's it like being the boss of a big company?
I think you can tell by the smile on my face that it's great. It's good fun sometimes, and other times it's very challenging. The life-work balance thing is always a challenge in roles like this, and I think people who say that it isn't, it's, you know, well, they must be superhuman.
Yeah, how do you manage that?
If I look back through my career, I've always been really strict with my own time. We've got two sons who are now 14 and 16, so that's a bit easier now they're older, because they probably want to see slightly less of us than they did when they were younger. But they're involved a lot with music in and out of school, and so I always get back for music concerts and things like that. And I will leave a meeting if I've made a commitment for the family, unless something really, really urgent or emergency came up at work.
Do you think your kids know how important your job is?
I think they do now, and they get ribbed quite a bit at school. There's a confusion between Royal Mail and Post Office, and so particularly at this time of year they get ribbed about Christmas cards and post and things like that. But yes, they do now. When they were younger they didn't. I think they thought I worked in a local post office, and you know, that was fine.
It must be hard, and I don't mean this in a nasty way, to be married to you at times though.
Yeah, he just travels a lot, so right. I'm just very, very lucky because he is always has been incredibly supportive, and I think he knows that the sort of person that I am, if I wasn't doing a job that stretched and challenged me, then I would be very bored and I'd probably be even more difficult to live with than I am sometimes with this job. So, you know, I guess it's pros and cons.